I was off my game today. I am like seriously a hot mess today. All right, I'll tell you about that after I introduce myself. Hi, you guys. My name is Lindsay, and I am with Perfectly Pastry. If you don't know who Perfectly Pastry is, we are a local bakery in Waterloo, Illinois. We are more than just a retail bakery. I know, what? Yes, we do retail baking. So we have a shop. You can come in and you can purchase stuff. You can also pre-order off of our menu. So we have gooey cheesecake. We have gooey butter cake. We have keto. That's our big one. Lots of people love the keto. We have cookies. We have all kinds of things. You can check out our menu, and then you can always place an order ahead of time so that you can have it for your party or event or whatever is going on. But we are also part of wholesale. So we do wholesale. We actually have 5 customers currently that we bake products for, and then they sell them in their coffee shops and their restaurants. So if you know somebody who would benefit from having a fresh product in their store, definitely tag them in this live and let them know, like, hey, you should check out this company. All right. So want to know why I was a hot mess? I don't know why I do this, but like, okay, so I've been using StreamYard to do my lives for quite some time. Like I found it, I loved it. Geez, I don't know, like March, May, April, somewhere like that. And I absolutely love it. Like it's my favorite thing. But for some reason, like I had a complete brain fart when I got in here, and I like you see up here, oh, this way in the corner is my logo. Like I didn't know what was going on in the screen for whatever reason. And I like deleted the logo. And then all of a sudden it put the StreamYard logo, and I was like, no. So I was like fumbling, trying to like upload it. And then I uploaded the wrong logo, and I was like, girl, get it together. And then I couldn't remember. It's an off day. I couldn't remember how to get like the timer to start in the beginning. And then as you notice, the timer ends and I forgot to add myself. So it's a thing. Who knows how this live is going to go? Just bear with me today because it is what it is. I mean, we can't always have an on day, right? I mean, let's be real. All right. So I just want to remind everybody, we are going to be at the PumpkinFest this weekend in Waterloo. So we will have our shop open because we can't take our cheesecakes and stuff down to the event because we don't have a way to refrigerate them. But we will be at the event showing you guys all kinds of treats that we have, along with providing coupons there. If you'd like to stop by, you can get a coupon to bring up to the shop. And then we'll be selling the cheesecakes and things at our shop, 201 North Main, that address down there. Yeah, now that I fixed the hours, I don't know. Again, you know, it happens. I wanted to put this out to you guys. So I don't know if anybody's heard me say forever now, like, oh, I really want to do interviews with other people on my lives, right? I mean, I've said it and I thought, well, if I put it out in the universe, then I have to do it, right? Like I committed to it. And then I would get super nervous and like, I did nothing with it. I'm not going to lie. Like I never asked anybody. I like offhandedly mentioned it to you guys. And then that was it. I just like swept it under the rug. Okay. And I swept it under the rug out of fear. No joke. Out of fear. I am so afraid to slide into somebody's DM and be like, hey, I love your business. I would love you to come live on my Facebook page and talk to my customers in the audience about what you do and your business and behind your business and all those kinds of things. Like, I don't know. I'm a chicken. What can I say? So I told you guys last week, I read the Get Different book. Absolutely love it. Highly suggest. Go watch my live if you want to know about Get Different. Anyway, so I am going to push my fear aside. That is correct. I'm going to push my fear aside. You guys are going to have to hold me accountable. Next time you hop on my live next week, I want you to ask me, okay? Ask me in the comments next week, how many people did you approach, okay? Hold me accountable so I can stop being such a chicken. Now, with that being said, if you're watching my live or you know somebody who owns a business and they were like, oh yeah, I'd love to get on live with you and tell everybody about what I do and how I got started and things like that, I would love that. I'm going to put together, because I'm kind of a nerd, I'm going to put together like a package and I'm going to start presenting it to people and see if they just want to come on live. And then that way you guys get to know about their business along with getting to know our business. And I am holding myself accountable. And so are you. Hold me accountable. Because I know it's so silly. Like it's so silly to be afraid to talk on. I mean, I get on live every single week, right? I've been doing it for like 2018, I think, like no joke, since 2018, I've been going live or whatever. So I'm not scared to go live. I'm scared to go live and interview somebody else. I don't know if I'm worried about like the awkward conversation that might have. I'm not good with small talk. Like I'm so awkward with small talk. It's a thing. My sister and I both are like so weird about small talk. So when I was in the shop, people are like, oh, well, you talk just fine. But that's because I'm not anxious. Like I own that business. I own that space. I can take control of the conversation. For whatever reason, like the thought of bringing somebody on to interview just makes me want to run and tuck my tail. So that's it. I confess, I am a chicken. So I'm going to do it. Okay. All right. Now that I've rambled on forever, but that's because if I don't ramble on and I don't talk about it and I don't make it a thing, then I won't do it. And so that's where you come in. Okay. So that is what I'm going to work for. I have some openings on my calendar. So if you know somebody like, oh my gosh, I have this girl that I watch on live and she's so scared to interview another business owner. Would you be willing to do that? Tag them in this video. Like have them reach out to me. I am going to approach people. Oh, I'm going to do it. Okay. I'm going to do it. Whatever. Yes. Okay. I keep hyping myself up. I'm going to move on. All right. So last week I told you guys that as we're approaching the holidays, we're going to share with you guys more and more some baking tips because let's be real, holidays are all about baking. We always baked with our family when we were younger, which is kind of funny because none of us ever thought we were going to have a bakery. If you would have asked me 5 years ago, or if you had told me 5 years ago, you're going to own a bakery and your mom's going to be the baker, I would have laughed in your face. I would have been like, yeah, okay. First of all, like 5 years ago, I didn't know people bought and started businesses. Like that was such a far off concept. Like you had to have lots of money. You had to come from money. Like all of these like weird mental things in my head, like it never dawned on me. I was at a birthday party and somebody was like, yeah, we bought this business and then we sold it. And we bought another one. And I was like, people just buy businesses and sell it? What? I'm like, we'll just like put it in our yard sale and be like, here's my business. Come by. It was such a mind-blowing concept. And that's when I realized like, oh my gosh, like I can buy things. So if you had said you guys are going to own a bakery, I would have laughed at you. And that's not because we didn't bake. Like it's a family tradition. We get together through the holidays. Of course, that doesn't happen anymore now that I've moved. But through the holidays, like we make candy. Like I love making candy. I loved making candy as a kid with my mom and my sister and my aunt and my grandma and my cousins. Like we all did that. I remember baking pies and stuff with my other grandma when I was younger. Like I liked baking. It's just not something I thought I would be involved in as a career. So that's so weird. So I know that the holidays are about baking. And a lot of you guys are probably like I like baking, but like I'm not that good at it, which by the way, was me. Thanks to my mom, I know a lot more about baking. And so I thought I'm going to share with you guys some tips that I have learned, some tricks I have learned, some things my mom has taught me so that my baking has improved so that you can improve your baking. And so I gave you guys some tips last week. So I want you to go back and watch that video if you need to catch up on some tips for baking. But this week I thought that we would talk about pie crust. Okay. Now I have done a live very similar to this like 2 years ago about pie crust. I wrote a blog about it. I also created a recipe. Like I shared our recipe. We created a tutorial video for pie crust. And there's actually this whole story behind pie crust. I was a pie hater. That is right. I was a pie hater. I did not know pie crust could be good. My husband is always like, we should go get pie. I don't even know the name of the restaurant. There's a restaurant up in Chicagoland area. It's probably more than just that, but I can't remember. And you could just go pie. And my husband's like, we should go get pie. And I was like, that sounds disgusting. I don't like pie. I don't like pie crust. I find it disgusting. So my mom goes to pastry school. She comes down for Thanksgiving and she's like, let me change your mind about pie. And I'm like, sure, you can try, but that's not going to happen. There's no way I'm going to tell you that is good pie crust. Like I think pie crust is like necessary to hold the pie together, but like totally unnecessary to eat. I know it sounds so weird. My husband's like, pie crust is my favorite. And I'm like, that's just not me. But that all changed when my mom made her pie crust recipe. I had never had such flaky pie crust. I guess maybe like all I can think about is the fact that I like bought it from the store, but my grandma made pie crust and I don't know. I just thought I didn't like pie. Amazing pie crust. And I was like, oh my gosh, mom, like, why is this so good? As a matter of fact, she made coconut cream pie. I didn't even know I liked coconut cream pie. And I made her make me 2 before she left. She was only here for a week. So yes, that tells you why I ate 2 pies at Thanksgiving. So obviously I had pumpkin pie, 2 coconut cream pies because they were amazing. Anyway, so I was like, we have got to tell people like, you're doing your pie crust wrong. Let me share with you how to do pie crust. And so my mom gave me her tips and I put her recipe out there. And so I want to share them with you guys. The link to the recipe, the full recipe is down in the description. Again, there is a full tutorial on how to make pie crust. There's actually 2 different types of pie crust that my mom goes over in her videos. Now, I keep looking down because I wrote the 5 tips that I'm going to share with you today on my phone. Yeah. That's what I do. I don't want to waste paper, so I just put it on my phone. Okay. So I have gone over these again before a past. It was like 2 years ago, but I thought I would just give you guys a refresher. Okay. Your butter, number one, your butter needs to be cold. Put it in the freezer. I understand people do not want to work with frozen butter, but it is extremely important that your butter is cold, 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 cold. And the only way to get it cold, 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 cold is to put that in the freezer. Yes, I just bleeped that out. Put it in the freezer. Okay. Super important. Number two, your liquids need to be cold. Now, obviously, you can't freeze your liquids. If you froze your liquids, then they would not be liquid, right? They would be frozen. So you can't do that. But we suggest you add ice cubes to your liquid to help make it extremely cold. Now, you're going to have to take the ice cubes out. I don't want anybody pouring ice cubes in. Let's do not Amelia Bedelia this. Has anybody ever read the Amelia Bedelia books? They were my favorite when I was a kid. I remember learning to write how-to stories in 3rd grade. My teacher's name was Miss Trompler, my favorite teacher ever. I don't even think she would know that. But we read Amelia Bedelia books on how-tos, and it was the funniest thing. I love the Amelia Bedelia books. Anyway, so make sure you take the ice out before you pour it in, okay, in your cold liquids. But yes, you want very, very, very cold liquids. So frozen butter, cold, cold, cold liquids. Use ice cubes. Take them out before you pour them in. All right. I said, make sure you blonde bake your crust. Obviously, I didn't proofread what I read. So let me tell you what you're really supposed to do. Make sure you blind bake your pie crust. Yes, blind bake. So blind bake is where you take something such as rice and you weigh your crust down, you bake it before you actually bake the pie. And that allows your pie crust to be completely finished for the pie and you don't have like raw doughy pie. I didn't know that the first time I ever made a pie. And I used fake pie crust, like before my mom ever taught me how to make pie crust. And I didn't know I was supposed to blind bake it. And I just like put it all in and I was like, Mom, it's not all baked and everything's watery. And my mom's like, did you blind bake? And I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I guess this is something that most people know, but I can tell you right now, I did not know that. So you're going to need to make sure that you blind bake your crust. Okay. Again, I did not know this until my mom was like, yeah, that's why. Okay. Another important one. Do not overwork your dough. It is easy to get going and thinking you're kneading and overwork that dough. What you're doing is you're breaking that gluten down and you're making that pie crust tough. We don't want to do that. So make sure you're not overworking the dough. And then again, this is extremely important. I don't know how else to tell you guys, but now you're going to chill your dough before you use it. Yes, cold butter, ice cold, frozen cold butter, cold liquid, and you need to freeze the dough before you work with it. You want cold dough. Yes, those are going to help you create a tender, flaky. I'm trying to think of what other descriptive words I should be using when you're making pie crust. So those are really, really important tips when you're making pie crust. And if you're like, I don't have a recipe, like I said in the description, I provided you with the recipe to our pie crust and it has a tutorial video on how to make your pie crust. Okay. So we are not going to lead you astray. You will be able to master your pie crust this holiday season. That is correct. All right, so that is what we thought we would talk about with you guys today. So make sure that you guys stop by the PumpkinFest, come see us. We would love for you to see us. Again, our shop is open as well, so you can stop at both of them. We'll be handing out coupons, and we'll have some delicious treats that you can purchase at the PumpkinFest. That is this weekend on Saturday, I think that's the 9th. I don't know, I gotta look at my calendar. Yeah, the 9th. All right, you guys, if you are watching this video, you should like and follow us on Facebook. If Facebook's not your jam, I really understand. We are on all other social media. Facebook is the only one that we are at Perfectly Pastry Bakery. All the other social media, we are at Perfectly Pastry. Yes, I know. I don't know if I should change those now. I mean, I've like embedded that in all my videos. Like sometimes I was thinking about this the other day and I was like, maybe I should go back and I should try to make my handles the same. But I'm like, man, I have so much branding around the back that I totally screwed that up in the beginning. I guess I'm going to leave it. All right, you guys. So that is all I have to say today. I will see you again next week here. Well, I will bring you more information, more tips, more tricks, and more holiday information so that you can master your baking this holiday season. All right, you guys, I'm going to hop off of here and I will see you guys again next week. Bye.